So the first thing I'm going to show in this update is I added like a VFX, a little, so when I'm hitting the rock, it's kind of like a little smoke effect. And I've also added sound. Now this is something I've never done before, adding sound or VFX, particles. So this is going to be my first time testing this. And we should be able to hear the sound and see the smoke. So first, let me show you the smoke. So you can kind of see how it hits a little dust, and then when it busts, it has the little smoke effect. And let me just show the sound. Okay, I had to turn the sound on, so now we'll be able to hear the sound. So we should see the smoke effect and the sound. So that's awesome. First time ever doing sound and particle effects there. So we can see the smoke as well as hear it when it's hitting the rock. Okay, I just finished with the bush now, so it should have its sound effect when picking berries. So I'm going to test this out. And now it makes a little sound when picking berries for the bush. So I'm starting to work on the crafting bench and crafting inventory. So I have these, I'm creating the UI right now for the crafting, and I made this button here and I copied it over, and now I'm switching each of these icons. So I have my miscellaneous tools, armor, and then this one I'm going to switch to structures icon. So that's a little house. So these are going to be the tabs within the inventory for, again, for like weapons, armor, structures. Okay, so I finished setting up the crafting UI, so I'm about to test it out. I now should be able to switch between the inventory and the crafting. So if I click the crafting, and here is the UI I designed to craft, and then I can switch back. So now I have the tabs to switch back and forth between inventory and crafting. And right now, if I pull this back up here, if I click these little buttons here, they're not doing anything. So that's what I'm going to work on next. Okay, so I have the window for the different types of recipes set up. It's not, you're not really going to be able to see it except for tools, because I already have an axe created, but it's going to have the different recipes, and I can create this recipe however I want. So for example, this axe, if I go into my data table here, my player recipes right here, so I set the axe up. In order to make this stone axe, I use item ID, so 1. I put it takes 3 wood. I may change these recipes. I can literally create the recipe whatever I want in it, but I basically put wood, stone, and leaf to create this axe. And so that's why we can see the axe already, because it has the ingredients. This isn't complete yet, but basically for every like armor, if I want to put, stone, metal, whatever I want to do to create the armor, I can make that recipe and then have it crafted in the game. Okay, so made a little more progress here. If I open the inventory, if I choose crafting now, I'm just going to choose the axe. So if I select it, it now will tell me the required level, what it is, the ingredients needed to craft that item, and then the craft button, which I still got to set up. And this little box will be green if it has all of the ingredients, and it'll stay red if you are missing some of those ingredients. So there's still a lot to do in this crafting thing, but so far it's working out pretty good.